Eastern Time, Iraqi officials at the United Nations were given the formal declaration of ceasefire in the Gulf War. But achieving the peace is proving to be a greater challenge than winning that war. We begin tonight with NBC's John Cochran at the White House. John?
Katie, the desperate plight of the Kurds has darkened what should have been a brighter day here, the official end of the Gulf War.
As the hours ticked toward the permanent ceasefire, General Norman Schwarzkopf was in Kuwait, where he refused to indulge in the gloom some people feel about the war's loose ends. The rebels in Iraq may have lost their war, but Schwarzkopf won his.
I have a great feeling of great victory, and I think everybody else does. And how anybody dares even imply that some way, we did not achieve a great victory, whoever does that obviously doesn't know what the hell they're talking about. It's that simple.
But nothing was simple today. The war has left more than 1 million Kurds scrambling for survival. The world's attention and sympathy are focused on the Kurds, and Saddam Hussein, still in power, is trying to change that. Today, Saddam's soldiers took Western reporters to what they said was a mass grave of 400 Iraqi officials executed by the Kurds. Saddam's troops also distributed supplies to Kurds who stayed behind, none of which impressed George Bush, who said Saddam is still a brutal dictator. Bush agreed with European officials on a plan to rush more help to Kurds still in Iraq.
We are going forward to give relief to these people where they are, and we're going to continue to do that, and we do not expect any interference from the man in Baghdad, and he knows better than to interfere.
The White House again warned Saddam not to send planes or helicopters north of the 36th parallel. Some in Congress, like New York Senator D'Amato, want Bush to fight if Saddam attacks rebels anywhere in Iraq. That argument did not impress the president.
I am not going to involve any American troops in a civil war in Iraq. They are not going to be going in there to do what some of my severest critics early on now seem to want me to do. And I want these kids to come home.
So, on the day the Gulf War officially ends, the president is saying it really is over, unless Saddam does something really stupid. Katie?
Thanks, John.